15. I believe in you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jack.
And we want to welcome you all back to Kid Pack. Today, we're excited to dive into a topic that's sure to make you feel warm and cozy. But first, let's talk about last week's challenge. It was to try not to complain. How did you all do at home? If you notice, my voice sounds a little weird. I got COVID, and I did not do so well with this one because pretty much all I did was complain. So it's definitely going to take a little more practice for me. How did you do, Jack?
I actually didn't complain as much. I just didn't complain as much in general.
Well, that's good. All right. So today we will be learning all about a certain season of the year.
It's called fall, and also it's known as autumn.
Jack and I live in the United States, and Americans typically refer to this time of year as fall. But in other parts of the world, it's referred to as autumn.
But long ago, before those names were around, it was called harvest. Fall is a season when the weather changes in some parts of the world, and it gets cooler.
This happens mostly in countries that are not too close to the middle of the earth, but are farther north or south.
Some countries near the middle of the earth don't have fall because their temperatures don't change much through the year.
The months for fall are March to May in the southern hemisphere and September to November in the northern hemisphere.
Wow, I'm learning already.
Yep, and we're just getting started. Actually, the day this episode airs, it will be the first day of fall for us. So that's September 23rd. Get ready to feel the magic of the season as the leaves change color and the temperatures drop. As fall arrives in certain parts of the world, it's time to throw on your cozy clothes, grab a delicious cup of hot apple cider,
Or hot cocoa.
and snuggle up in a warm, toasty blanket.
Fall brings plenty of fun activities like jumping in piles of leaves, visiting pumpkin patches, and admiring stunning autumn landscapes. Get ready to embrace all the joy that this fabulous season has to offer. Riddle Time!
All right, our riddle today is sure to leave you laughing. Today's riddle is,
What's a scarecrow's favorite fruit?
snuggle up with us a little while longer and we'll let you know the answer at the end of today's episode.
Fall trivia! We're going to play true or false trivia to learn more about this magical season called fall.
This is my favorite season, so I really enjoyed researching this and even learning new things myself about it. All right, I'm going to ask a question, and the answer will either be true or false. Jack will wait a few seconds to give you listeners a chance to guess along. Are you ready, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, let's learn some unbelievable facts. All right, so I'm going to tell you something first, and then I'm going to ask you the question. Number 1. Every autumn, monarch butterflies travel from the United States to Mexico and portions of Southern California. Monarch butterflies are the only insects that migrate 2,500 miles to a warmer environment. Now, here's the trivia question. They fly at speeds up to 50 miles per hour. True or false?
False?
That's right. That is false. They actually can go at speeds of 12 to 25 miles per hour, which I think is incredible considering it's just a tiny butterfly. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, that's insane by itself, but I thought 50 miles, that was ridiculous.
Ah, well, I can't trick you. All right, number 2. From summer to winter, the weather changes from chilly to cold. Here's your trivia question. People use the term jacket weather or sweater weather to describe the temperature in fall.
True?
Yes, that is true. A lot of people call it jacket weather or sweater weather. Number 3. Here's your trivia question. True or false? People born in the fall are more likely to live longer, have stronger bones, be taller, and more athletic. Is that true or false?
I think it's true only because one of my best friends, Lex, he's a really tall guy and he was born on the day of Halloween.
Okay. Guess what? You're right. According to research, studies reveal this to be true. Scientists believe that due to their mother's higher level of sun exposure during pregnancy, the children's bones get more nutrition. That's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, that's really interesting, and that makes sense why he plays soccer.
All right, you're doing really good. Let's see if you can keep it up. Number 4. Pumpkin. The word pumpkin is derived from the Greek word pepon. Here's your trivia question. Pepon means big orange ball. True or false?
True?
No, it actually means big melon, which is wrong because pumpkins aren't actually melons, but they are related. They're in the, let me see if I can say this, Cucurbitaceae family with zucchini and squash.
What?
All right, number 5. Trivia question. Superstition says that catching a falling leaf is bad luck.
False?
That's right, it's false. Actually, in many cultures around the world, it's believed that catching a falling leaf is good luck. The leaf represents letting go of the old and making way for the new, and catching it represents being ready for the changes to come. I had never heard of that before, but I love it, and I can't wait to try and catch some leaves this season. Apparently, here's one more little thing I read about it. Every leaf you catch is like 1 month of good luck. So it's kind of specific. Okay, number 6, trivia question. People tend to gain weight around this time of year because they eat a lot of yummy comfort foods like pumpkin pie and apple cider. Is that why people gain weight around this time of year? True or false?
I feel like it's true, but not in that way. I feel like it's true, but more because of Halloween.
No, it's actually not because of the food we eat necessarily. The lack of vitamin D we get due to not having as much sunlight in the fall reduces fat breakdown and triggers fat storage. So we have that to look forward to.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense, but I mean, I feel like a lot of it is also Halloween. And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it helps.
I mean, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. Number 7, in the fall, many birds prepare for their winter migration when they fly somewhere warmer. Now here's your trivia question. The Arctic tern travels 11,000 miles each way for its annual migration. So 11,000 miles to the warm destination and 11,000 miles home in spring. So that's roughly the distance between Sydney, Australia and New York City, USA. Is that true or false that they would travel 11,000 miles each way?
True?
Yes, it is true. This bird has the longest migration. The entire journey can take around 3 months to complete. Talk about impressive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Number 8. A lot of families carve jack-o'-lanterns out of pumpkins in the fall time. Now here's your trivia question. The first jack-o'-lanterns carved were made using turnips and potatoes. Is that true or false?
True, I feel like I've heard of this.
It is true. This tradition of carving pumpkins actually began because of the Irish legend of Stingy Jack. I'm not going to tell the legend on here because I'm not sure it's super kid appropriate, but I did think it was funny to picture carving a potato into a jack-o'-lantern. Number 9, trivia question, true or false? The traditional Halloween colors of orange and black come from candy corn and spiders.
I feel like that's true?
Nope, that is false. First, orange is the color of autumn leaves and pumpkins, which have come to symbolize Halloween. And black is the color of darkness and mystery, which matches the themes of ghosts and other spooky creatures seen throughout the holiday. What are some other common colors that you associate with Halloween? I feel like I've seen a lot of purple and green.
I was gonna say purple and red.
Yeah, definitely purple, but where do you think that comes from? Like the witch's outfit maybe or something?
Yeah, I feel like that comes from the witches, and I feel like the green from like zombies and witches' skin.
Yeah, maybe. All right, number 10. Trivia question. Male turkeys and female turkeys gobble. True or false? Do they both gobble?
False.
That's right. Only male turkeys gobble. That's why they're called gobblers. The females, called hens, cluck or chirp. Jack, do your best turkey gobble.
I don't know how to do it. Dang it.
Like that. No, do like this. Watch my tongue. It kind of sounds like the ghost in those old Scooby-Doo episodes. Listeners, can you do us a favor? Send us in your best gobble, please. Thanks for tuning in and learning all about these awesome fall facts with us. We hope you had as much fun as we did.
Fascinating fall traditions. Wow, fall's such an exciting time.
There are so many incredible traditions and celebrations happening all around the world, and we're about to dive into them together.
Did you know that different countries have unique fall traditions that they love to celebrate?
From the colorful Dia de los Muertos in Mexico to the food-filled Moon Festival in China, each country has something special to offer. So buckle up and get ready to explore the globe and learn all about the fascinating ways people celebrate autumn.
We're pumped to share these traditions with you. Number 1, Oktoberfest in Germany.
Oktoberfest is a fun event that lasts 16 to 18 days every year in Munich, Germany. It's a huge party where people from all over the world come to celebrate and have a good time. The festival is all about enjoying different types of food, music, and games. There are lots of carnival rides like roller coasters and Ferris wheels, and people wear traditional clothes like dirndls and lederhosen. Some other fun things that people like to do at Oktoberfest include playing games like ring toss and having a pretend sword fight with inflatable swords. There's even a parade where people dress up in costumes and march through the streets.
Number 2, Bonfire Night in the United Kingdom.
Bonfire Night, also known as Guy Fawkes Night or Fireworks Night, is a holiday in the United Kingdom that takes place on the night of November 5th. On this night, people all over the UK light bonfires and fireworks to celebrate. There are often food vendors selling delicious snacks like toffee, apples, and hot dogs. It's a time for getting bundled up in warm clothing, spending time with friends and family, and enjoying the sight of the stunning fireworks display.
The number 3, Festival of the Yams in Ghana.
The Festival of the Yams is a traditional harvest festival that takes place in Ghana, a country in West Africa. It usually occurs in the month of September when the yam crop, which is a staple food, is ready to be harvested. People dress up in colorful clothing and gather in the center of their village or town. They also decorate their homes and the streets. The festival kicks off with a parade led by drummers and dancers who move through the crowds, playing music and performing traditional dances. And people get to sample a variety of dishes made with yams, share stories, dance, and sing together.
Number 4, the Mid-Autumn Festival or the Moon Festival in China, Vietnam, Korea, Japan, and Southeast Asia.
This festival is celebrated in many parts of Asia. It falls on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, usually in September or October. In Chinese culture, the moon symbolizes reunion, so this holiday celebrates the moon at its fullest and brightest. During this festival, people gather with their families and friends to give thanks for the harvest and admire the full moon while eating special moon cakes, lighting lanterns, and enjoying traditional activities and games.
Number 5, Halloween in the United States, Canada, Scotland, and Ireland.
Halloween is a fun holiday celebrated in the United States on October 31st. During Halloween, kids dress up in costumes as their favorite characters, such as princesses, superheroes, ghosts, and monsters. They often go trick-or-treating, which means they go from house to house asking for candy. When they knock on the door, they say trick-or-treat, and the person gives them candy. People also decorate their houses with spooky decorations like spider webs, ghosts, and jack-o'-lanterns. Halloween's also a time for parties and games such as bobbing for apples and costume contests. Some kids also like to tell spooky stories or watch scary movies to get in the Halloween spirit.
It's always interesting to learn about different traditions and customs from all around the world. If you have a special fall tradition in your family or community, we would love to hear about it.
Maybe you celebrate Dia de los Muertos in Mexico with colorful altars, or you light bonfires for Samhain in Ireland. Perhaps you enjoy the colorful leaves and harvest festivals of New England in the United States, or you gather with family and friends for Thanksgiving.
Whatever your tradition may be, it's always exciting to learn about the different ways people celebrate the fall season. So feel free to share your favorite fall tradition with us, and let's celebrate together.
As Halloween approaches, we want to bring something special to our audience.
We're calling all fans of the spooky and supernatural to share your scariest stories with us.
Whether it's a personal experience,
A tale passed down through generations,
or a chilling work of fiction, we want it all.
we'll be selecting the most bone-chilling stories to share on a special Halloween episode.
So dim the lights and send us your tales of terror to kidpackwithjackattack@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM on Instagram at kidpackwithjackattack.
We can't wait to hear what you have in store for us. Would you rather?
All right, everyone, we're back with another exciting round of Would You Rather. I'm going to give you two choices, and you have to pick one and explain why. Jack, I made these pretty tough today, so get ready. All right, here goes. Number 1. Would you rather jump into a pile of leaves that you know is full of hundreds of spiders, or would you rather jump into a pile of leaves that you know has one snake in it? That's tough, right?
Okay, so in my opinion, this all depends. Like, it depends what age the snake is and what type of snake it is. And if the 100 spiders are just daddy longleggers, they can't even bite us, so it would be completely fine. And plus, if I were to jump on it, it depends the size.
Wow, that was a lot that you just put into that thought. So here's the thing. We don't know. It's 100 spiders and one snake. They might be venomous. They might not. What are your chances? What would you rather deal with?
I'd say I would probably put on some really hefty clothes and jump into the snake, because it's only one, and I can get out immediately and run as far as possible.
Yeah, I was going to go for that also because it's 1 versus 100. And the thing about spiders is I feel like even after I got out, they would still be on me. So I would be running around screaming, and I'd rather not. I'd risk it with the one snake. Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. I feel like, if I get like a baby ring snake, I'm perfectly safe. They can't even harm you.
Yeah. All right, number 2. Would you rather have to pick up all the fallen leaves by hand in 1 yard or rake 4 yards? Raking is hard work.
I would say raking 4 yards, because most people's yards aren't big. So I could probably just go to like, small towns' yards and just rake those, and they won't be that big, and I won't have to do that much.
Okay, so you would rather rake 4 yards than rake one by hand.
Yeah, and also, I thought that you meant like our yard.
Well, I'm saying comparable size yards. 1 yard, whatever size you're picturing in your head, multiply it by 4.
Well, then maybe the 1 yard, because what I'm picturing is like some sort of really small yard with like 1 or 2 trees in it.
Mm-hmm. So what are you choosing?
Probably the 1, because I could probably just like speed run that anyway.
Yeah, I am torn on this one because in one... Okay, so picking it up by hand, that would be so painful for my back because as you get older, it's harder to bend over like that over and over again. So I'm going to go with the 4 yards. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I think I'd rather do that and just listen to good music and get in the groove.
You're so funny.
Today we're going to do something new. We're going to say some fall puns.
Jack and I each have a list of 10 puns we picked, and we're going to say them one at a time. If the other person has the same one, they can't say it. So let's see who's left at the end with the most puns.
Okay, let's go.
All right, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't get why everybody likes fall. It hurts.
Jack, I'm expecting a delivery today.
Never heard of that one. Hey there, pumpkin.
Oh, I had that. I have to cross that off.
Knew you would have that one.
Jack, you're my gourd luck charm.
Didn't have that one. Go on, bake my day.
I had that too. All right, no more Mr. Spice Guy.
I don't have that one.
Well, you're doing better than me.
Hey, do you like fall? I don't. It hurts.
I'm falling in leaf with you.
Didn't have that one. That's fall, folks.
Aw, I was going to save that for last. All right, Jack, you're the candy apple of my eye.
Didn't have that one. I leaf you.
Aw, I leaf you too. I'm a pun king.
Didn't have that one. Apple, it's okay.
Oh, apple. Oh, took me a minute to get that one. And they lived happily ever after.
2 apple ones in a row.
Yeah.
Don't leaf without me.
I don't have any left. How many do you have left? 2? Then you won. All right, tell us your last 2.
I can't believe my eyes. You can do this. I believe in you.
Oh, that was great. Good job, Jack. All right, if you guys know any good, funny, punny fall puns, let us know. We love them.
Advice from fall.
Listen up, pack members. You are about to hear some amazing advice from my favorite season.
Number 1, stay warm and cozy.
With temperatures dropping, make sure you dress in layers and keep yourself warm and cozy.
Number 2, stay active.
Even though it's getting colder outside, it's important to stay active and keep moving. Go for walks or hikes and enjoy the beautiful fall scenery.
Number 3, eat healthy.
Fall is a great time to eat seasonal fruits and vegetables like apples, pumpkins, and squash. These foods are not only tasty, but also full of nutrients.
Number 4, have fun.
Fall is a season of fun activities like apple picking, pumpkin carving, hay rides, and more. So go out and have some fun with your family and friends.
Number 5, be safe.
As the days get shorter, it's important to be safe while walking or biking outside. Wear reflective clothing and always look both ways before crossing the road.
Thanks, fall. I think we enjoyed it all.
Rise to the challenge.
Hey kids, it's time for our weekly challenges to improve ourselves.
We'll give you 2 challenges each week because we always want to be the best that we can be. Let's work together to be amazing humans.
This week, your first challenge is to make a seasonal bucket list. So since fall just began, we're going to make a fall bucket list.
A bucket list is a list of all the fun things you want to try to get done this season.
If you're listening to this in a different season of the year, make your list accordingly. Jack, what are some examples someone might put on their fall bucket list?
Well, there's so many things. I'm not sure where to start. How about carve a pumpkin? Go apple picking? Or bake a special spooky dessert? And you could also try to get 100 pieces of candy while trick-or-treating.
Get a few more to share with your mom and dad. Those are all great ideas. Use your imagination and send us your bucket list. We'd love to get some ideas for our own list because we're going to make one too. Okay, now for your second challenge. Your mantra this week is,
No one is quite like me.
I love this one for fall because if we take a look at all the leaves changing colors, you will see how each is different and unique and each is amazing.
Even though some people may look or act similar to others, there will never be anyone exactly like you.
That's why it's important to embrace your unique qualities and talents and feel proud to be yourself. When you say no one is quite like me, it means that you appreciate and celebrate the things that make you special and different from others.
So always remember that being yourself is something to be proud of.
We think this is going to make your week a little better.
Riddle time!
It's time for the big reveal. Today's riddle was
What's a scarecrow's favorite fruit?
strawberries.
Thank you so much for spending this cozy time with us today. We hope you had an unbelievable time and learned something new.
If you like this podcast, share it with your friends. We'd love to have more PAC members. Also, we'd like to introduce our Patreon page. If you're looking for more entertainment from Jack and I, come over to patreon.com/KidPack with Jack Attack podcast. There are multiple tiers with lots of different options.
Don't forget to keep learning and having fun.
We'll be back next week with more games, trivia, tips, and education to help you be the best human you can be. Until then, keep being awesome. See you later, alligator.
Gotta run, Cinnabon.